What is going on, everybody? We are back on it. New season, new series. Vinland Saga Season 2. Now, we put up a poll here. I honestly didn't think JoJo's was gonna get that much hype in voting. To the point where I was like, oh shit, I started getting nervous. I was like, dang, I guess we're gonna be in another like 100 plus episode anime. I put the poll up for 24 hours. Vinland Saga sneaks the dub with 1% over JoJo. So JoJo's something we'll have to keep on the list coming back up around whenever we kind of clear the decks here, because I know we're about to clear My Hero, we cleared Chainsaw, we cleared Last of Us, but I know Demon Slayer and Jujutsu Kaisen are coming up, I think in like back-to-back months within the next like 2 months. So when we clear some of that out, when we get Monster finished and all those type of things, we'll put up a vote again and kind of see how that goes. This is starting on Patreon. I think it's been hinted at that there's going to be 24 episodes just like season 1. I think as we're recording this right now, they're on about to be episode 12. It's wild that we're actually doing this because on first watch, I honestly didn't enjoy season 1 that much. I thought it was just like an okay watch. I don't even remember what I rated it. Somewhere between like a 5 and a 6, or somewhere between 5 and 7. I'd have to go back and look. It just didn't hit for me. I think it was another one of those things where, like, you know, anime these days and manga, there's so much social media that like it's easy for something to get hyped and just crazy. Like what I heard for Vinland Saga was absolutely insane. Like, and then I had like you subscribers hit me up telling me to get on it, and people on Twitter were going crazy. And people that I follow too, and I don't even follow that many people, but some people I follow that like they do anime things or they also watch anime. They're talking about like it's the great. I was like, well, shit. I guess we'll check it out. And I think what it was is I overhyped myself. So when it came to it, just didn't hit that hard. So I was like, whatever. If there's a season 2, I probably won't be interested in checking it out. Then I rewatched it. I started getting it recommended to me in my YouTube like home recommendation page, like reactors or like highlights of the show and things like that. And it hit a lot better the second time around, like a lot better. So the fact that we even made this a poll suggestion, because I just would have, if I didn't rewatch it and I just would have went off first watch and saw you guys suggest that, I probably wouldn't even add it because it just would have been a waste of time. But I know it's going crazy right now. I see everybody and their mother reacting to it. So we're going to be a little bit behind. What I'll try to do is try to get like we did with Chainsaw Man, maybe spit out the first 4 episodes in like a week. And then try to chip away at it. Or we'll just do 1 episode at a time. I'm already 11 episodes behind. What is me catching up 4 going to do? So that's kind of where we're at. This will be on Patreon. It's going to stay on Patreon until we finish it. And we will go from there. We ended off season 1, which essentially was the overarching plot of season 1 was Thorfinn getting his chance to kill Aslad, and it fueled him, it drove him, it was what woke him up in the morning, it's what made him do everything he's done, and he didn't get to do it. Not only that he didn't get to do it, like he got killed before, he's too injured to ever like truly fight Aslad or anything like that. Aslad was killed, died in Thorfinn's arms, which is, it's just insane. And it's like the Kenny quote from Attack on Titan, like everybody in life is drunk off of something. Like you've got to be drunk on something to like keep going, to like have a passion or like do whatever you want. His life's like he was drunk off of getting revenge for his father by killing Aslad. He swore he was going to kill him. Everything he did, all the people he's killed, leaving his family, just pretty much warping his mind, was for that moment. And it's not like, oh man, it's going to be harder to reach, but he can still, he will never be able to do that. He gave up his entire life. Now he's still young, but he's so mentally shattered at this point. But he gave up his entire life for that. So that was like the overarching theme. Now there were still underlying plot points of Canute and the succession and all those type of things. And then we ended off season 1 where they did this kind of like huge zoom out, zoom in shit where we saw like 4 or 5 different characters that they focused on in the last 10 seconds of season 1 that we've never seen before. You had some guy coming off of what looked to be maybe a bunch of run down sailors, pirates, slaves, or something. There was like a father and a daughter hiking up a snow mountain, and then another brunette girl that we got like a back view of that we didn't. So we just zoomed in on those characters and just ended. So we'll see what season 2 has to offer. I'm very curious of like, probably the biggest thing I'm curious about was probably the biggest thing that we ended off season 1 is like the question is like, what now for Thorfinn? Like, what do you do? Do you just become like a berserk Casca mute? Like you're just a shell of a person now? Like it was taken, like you did everything for that opportunity and you're never going to get that opportunity for the rest of your life. So what's the point? I'm very curious like what type of person he turns into immediately following those events, and then what does he become after? Is it going to be a happy ending where at the end of this, I don't know if it's season 2, 3, 4, I don't know how much material there is or if the story's done in manga form. Does he just end up back home with his family and he finds out what the definition of a true warrior is what they're searching for? Let's find out. Let's find out. Hopefully we don't get any copyright issues. We'll do the same thing, play our song, put the logo up and all those things. I might want to make this a little bit darker. Animation is starting off crazy. I can already tell. I already tell him I need to make this a little bit brighter. Carve what? Is this a language we've heard before in season 1? Because I don't remember hearing this at all. I don't like how they're not showing their eyes. Giving me Attack on Titan Ymir flashback vibes. Eh? Okay. Episode 1. Season 2. We've never seen this guy, have we? Ay, 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 ay. He just get luck out and happen to get hit with the blunt end? See somebody else that's never seen battle before that wants battle? Animation looks pretty good. Better in some shots than others, but overall looks pretty good. I was about to say, she actually threw a real knife at that man. He got lucky it hit the blunt end. And change the size of this a little bit. I feel like I'm showing too much episode. I don't want to get striked up on episode 1, you know? That looks better. I like their hair colors too, especially the older woman. Is this a place that's been ravaged before by some of these Vikings? Who's dad? Is this Wales, perhaps? Okay, maybe not. You lost pieces, but you didn't lose it all. Could be worse. I don't know where we're at here as far as like location. Are like the Vikings and shit and the armies, like, are they on the same, are we in the same area or what? Said this place was ran through, but like, or is this flashback perhaps? I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out. Curious to see what this opening looks like. Should we even watch it? Oh god. Is this... Tell me this isn't the village and the people we just saw. Tell me this isn't it. It is. It is. Just like that, man. You're not gonna kill him. She's having a damn panic attack. Bro, they were just reminiscing on like they haven't lost everything. We rebuilt this up, etc, etc. Same day or same week the place gets raped, reaved, and ravaged? Guys, just please don't get seen. She's not gonna make it. This girl's freaking me out. I don't think she's gonna make it. The woman can't keep up. Fuck. What do you do? What do you do? So that means somebody sees them. That wasn't just a blind arrow. Somebody actually sees them. If they go back, they all don't make it. If they stop for her, they all don't make it, by the way. So they make a decision. Somebody saw them, though. You either make a decision right now. Save her and we probably all go down, or leave her and we might survive. Shit, now that the girl's seen it? Oh god. Well, one of them surely has to survive this, right? No way you give me the opening of the episode of all three of them and they all get slaughtered. I know how dark the world is in this story. I don't need to see a family just get slaughtered off rip to understand. Ah, shit. Unless he's on his berserk shit and just wants to go brazy on him real quick. I was about to say, she wants her children to survive this, man. You gotta move, man. I really like her character design too. The color palette of like hair, eye color, and skin was like pretty great. Einar and Lota. Am I pronouncing that correct? Well, are we gonna get some background on who and what the hell? Is he just gonna kill? Is he about to lose it? Well, he's gonna have no choice. They caught up. They caught up. He can kill these three. He's not gonna take the whole damn camp. Oh lord. Oh lord. You're gonna let this... Fuck. It's over. Unless he goes absolutely crazy, it's over. Stab him! Girl, put that in his neck. Put it in his temple. Fuck. I don't know what I was expecting right there. You expect the classic anime thing where, like, he goes crazy or some shit and kills all three of them and gets out with his sister. But maybe he just doesn't have that skill. Oh fuck, I thought he started glowing or some shit. This isn't one of those. There's nobody has like a fox spirit inside of them or a devil's fruit. I think it's just like, yeah, damn. I thought it was gonna be like, you know, dead mother, dead sister, enough rage to kill 3 men. Like, he's not gonna kill the whole. Are they even gonna show us? I would say, I'm gonna have to read that on the back end. 2 of the most iconic moments of the entire series so far, Season 1 and Season 2, and this is only Episode 1, are back-to-back. Thorfinn's scream getting dragged away from Ashlad's body, and Einar right there getting dragged away from his dead mother and dead sister. That was pretty great. So is this... Oh, is he the one we saw coming out of that ship at the end of the episode, of the end of Season 1? Is that him? Is he on his Thorfinn revenge shit now? Like, I will kill... He's not getting that Ashlad training, though. Let's move her? What does let's move her mean? We just dump her? I guess so. Is it like they don't want to deal with the extra mouth and the extra resources to... He didn't know what that was? Cause he opened the gate like, all right, well, another sick one we gotta toss. They're not gonna... I guess they're not gonna... It's a group of slaves. I was curious, like, who are these people? Because they didn't seem, like, very aggressive, and he was, like, opening the blind for them and everything. I was like, okay, I guess he got out of that situation or something else happened. Why is that water being animated like that? Holy shit. That's a bit crazy. So no time's passed. He hasn't been able to sharpen any skills or learn how to defend or do anything. This is I don't know what the time period it's been, but this seems to be all within relatively days, weeks. They're trying to plump them up and not make them look sickly, clean them and everything. They can be sold off. The thing is, I don't know what group of people this is, and I don't know what the group of people are that are the slavers as well. He's a strong lad. Young. You trying to run for it? Yeah. This doesn't actually work, does it? That's merchandise. They're not letting that go. But would they kill him? They can't sell. They can't sell him if he's dead. He doesn't even know the land he's in or where. Mm-hmm. Bro, whose house did you just walk up into? Shh! Please stop. And he's just got... God, this is pretty hopeless because he's got no skill and no one's coming to save his ass, so... He's not wrong. They're playing that piano soundtrack in the back. He's speaking the truth in realities, so... It's like, what do you do? Because like I said, this isn't a story where there's going to be like ki blast or chakra forming or monsters that's going to give them strength to just murder all their oppressors in this entire camp and liberate the slave. Like, these are just regular average Joe humans. And that's all it's going to be. And unless he's Torfin or Torkel or Ashlad in disguise, he doesn't have the skill to bust out of there. He's starting to lose it in here. Yeah. I'm halfway across the world for all he knows. Where am I gonna run? Who's gonna help me? I don't know the area. Probably don't speak the language. Kind of rough. Is that really living though? I do not like this man's head that you're back zoomed in on. Oh! Was that the end of the episode? Okay, I was about to say, what is this? We know who that is, but why does Leaf know? Oh, okay. I was about to say, how does he know who he is? I was about to say, why is he looking at us like that? Torfin's been sold as a slave. Yeah. Is that what happened to him after he, harmed Canute? Why don't you just buy us, man? We can be helpful to you. Dang, that compassion might have snapped our mental back. Maybe if you could get with him, you guys can get the hell up out of there. Like, I'm talking like run away and find him. Yeah, that there's a slave that has somebody actually looking for them. I don't think we know who this is. Thought it was Flocky with his hair grown out, but no, that's not him. He's sturdy, strong, big. England, okay. Did you use a farmer? I'm not a warrior. I'll plant some shit. Oh, he's gonna buy. It seems good on paper. Don't do something crazy, please. Just but again, I don't know, bro. I don't know if we're trusting this or not. Like, this guy's just, he seems like, do you just want to come help me on my farm type shit? And like, because as Americans, at least, when you think of slavery, you know, your mind goes to places. So like, I don't know how good it is to actually for him to be bought. Like, is he going to be abused and tortured? If he's like, I don't know. Wow. He's got wheat for days. Shit. Maybe we will live okay. Possibly. That's gonna give him PTSD flashbacks to his home. So are we in Denmark then? Yeah. Because I can't remember the exact location we ended off season 1 at. When we met up, when we had Canute and Ashlad and Torkel and Torfinn all in meeting up with King Swain, were we in Denmark? Can't remember. But it's got to be relatively close to the same area if Leif is searching. Like, it can't be that far. I just don't know where we're at specifically. I will give them one thing for the episode. Soundtrack? 9 out of 10. Animation? It's ebbed and flowed, but solid for the most part. Story? It's pretty good. Ooh. How long is it? Can't be that long. I'm assuming he's still gonna be pretty small. He can't be too big. If I feel like Leif wouldn't have lost his track that much that he's like. I was very curious, like, what's Einar's purpose here? Who does he get linked up with? Torfinn. Somebody's looking for you, man. I was just about to ask that at the end of the episode. Like, this episode was great. I really enjoyed it. But I'm curious, what's Einar's purpose? Like, who does he run into that we would know that we would even have, that, like, what's his purpose? Okay. He's linked up with Torfinn. Ooh. Somebody's telling this story. Or he's telling this story. Oh. Interesting, interesting. If I remember correctly, I don't think they do any after credits, do they? We'll double check real quick though. I can't put any of these songs on here, you guys know that. Can we go back to that shot of whatever, like, I don't know if I've seen that kind of animated like that before, of him getting dragged away. What was that? Let's mute that too. I mean, that was insane. I like that, like, transition. Yeah, that looks pretty good. We'll go with that for the for the thumbnail. Great up. I really enjoyed it. Not really much else to say off of that. Now, Einar and Torfinn are linked up. Now, I'm very curious because, well, it all depends on his mental as well. Like, if you really think about it, us as a viewer, we truly don't know what Torfinn's, like, true personality is. Like, he was warped of his own. I want to say of his own doing, because he chose to do that. Like, chose to go after the revenge and chose to stay and follow Ashlad. Like, at any point he could have been like, this is not me, like, I'm not that determined, I'm not going to do this. Or he could have been killed at any moment. Like, he was drunk off revenge, and he molded himself and his mental into what it needed to be to achieve that revenge. Now, he never did. So I'm saying that to say, if it was in reverse, let's say, you know, Torfin and Ashlad were going around doing their thing, and they got raided in the middle of the night. Torfin's really surrounded, doesn't know where anybody is. Let's say he, just like Einar here, he sees Leif killed in front of him, and like 3 or 4 guys drag him away. I think Torfin kills all those men. He does not get captured. Like, he bodies them and keeps it fucking moving. So I say that to hear of, like, what is the reason he seems to be just going along with this? Is it because he knows, like, maybe he feels there's no, like, and you have to think, is he just a killer? You know? Like, we truly never saw him just, like, I'm trying to really think. When they would, like, rape and reave and pillage villages and, like, camps from place to place, we never saw him just, like, killing for joy or indiscriminately. It was always, like, on the battlefield, or if he had to infiltrate something. But, like, when they rolled up on that girl and her family, the girl that, like, stole the ring and, like, snuck out of the house to go look at it, and that was the only reason she stayed alive, which then led Torkel to find, and etc. I can't. Where was Torfin in that whole thing? But I say that because, like, we've never seen him, like, do something like that type thing. So maybe he's not a killer. So what does that make him? We don't know. So maybe they'll use Einar as a way to peel back the layers of, like, what is Torfin in here and in here? Because it's not like he just retired or he achieved his goal. It's not like, okay, he finally killed Ashlad, I can go home, I can read. Like, he didn't. So, and he still seems capable, I guess. He's physically capable. He takes orders and does pretty, I'd say, decent hard manual labor. I don't know. It'll be very, very interesting to see what they decide to do with that. So the only 2 characters in episode 1 that we, at least I mean, who they could have zoomed in on any of these people in the 24 episodes of season 1 that I watched 2 years ago or whatever. But to my eyes, Leif and Torfin are the only 2 I recognize. Sucks for Einar. Again, I don't know as far as location-wise, kind of where we're bouncing around to. I don't recall where we left season 1 off at when Ashlad killed King Swain. Were we in Denmark? Were they held up in England? I don't know. I don't know. All we know is Einar was, he said, in northern England. They sailed. So I just don't know where they landed, because I don't know where we ended off at. Leif is looking for Torfin, and he knows that he is a slave or was put into slavery. So I'm assuming Canute had one of 2 options, because they dragged Torfin out of there, and I'm sure they threw him in a cell, and it was debated, like, you know, he tried to kill the king, or king, prince, whatever you want to label him as. You know, he should be murdered. And then I'm sure Canute said no, clearly they can't keep him. But I guess it shows Torfin mercy just for the, I think it's just doing Torfin a solid, not because that's what he would choose to do. Like, if someone came to assassinate him, I would think that maybe they would put him down. But I think knowing Canute and Canute knowing Torfin, that was, I guess, the best option. Kind of like, I'll send him to the wall or some shit. It won't kill him, but at least he gets to keep his life. But I'm just very curious to kind of like where it goes, because that kind of is the main story. Like, Torfin, what becomes of him as a person. now that the only thing he had in his life has been taken away from him. But you also have the whole other entire subplot of like Canute and Torkel, and so I'm curious of like how the two are going to go back together, because I'm just spitballing here. It looks like we might use Einar as a way to maybe ground this man Torfin, show him a different way, or how to just not be a hired blade or something like that. So I'm curious of like, does Torfin get back involved with all this war? Like, are we gonna see him ever again, like out on a battlefield, killing, like going off, going crazy? Or like, is that not his like he's like, there's two story points going on here. There's like the Canute storyline and the Torfin storyline, which was linked, and now it's split. So I'm curious, like, does that ever come back? I guess we'll kind of wait to see. Solid episode 1 though. I enjoyed it. So I'm excited. Don't know what to expect, because all you had built up for season 1 was like, okay, this is the revenge plot. Now that that's gone, who knows? And then I'll also be curious, like, is it like a two-way street? Like Torfin teaches Einar how to really fuck shit up, and Einar teaches him maybe how to farm, or how to just shows him something different, like this doesn't have to be your life. We'll see. Hopefully it'll be good place to be, because like I said, you bring up the whole slavery thing, like, you know, like, are they just taking these people just to, like, to abuse and kill them? Like, are they really going to be living a good life out there on the farms? It's like a coin flip who buys you and decides to what they do with you. I was very interested. I was like, oh shit, maybe Leaf will just snag up Einar, like, lucky us. That's an easy plot point. But no, they show us and he leaves, and then we just get dumped in with Torfin, so we'll take it. Appreciate it, everybody. Like, share, subscribe as always.